Hello world, I'm Farsight, and welcome or welcome back to Techtonica.
Excellent work, Groundbreaker. Welcome to Production Terminal Xray. It troubles me that you were forced to rebuild so much of the sector without the structural advantages of calcite. But perhaps all good things come in time.
Calcite. The synthetic cement we managed to make here. I remember it.
Facilities built from pieces of the Excalibur form the core of our needs, but we underestimated how much Calyx had to offer. With calcite, we were able to expand our operations indefinitely.
It was like magic. Tough against the elements, conducts electricity. If we'd been able to figure out how to make it work with our protection zones, it would have replaced everything.
That was a genuine loss. As you know, the protection zones are a key strategic tool in our arsenal.
Of course, sir. Absolutely.
If you come up here without Paladin, Sparks lets us know that she doesn't really like protection zones. She prefers to be able to pick up everything. And the loud noises in the background are the cat playing with a bag, a big bag. So let's see, what does Production Terminal Xray need in the way of service? It's going to need iron ingots and copper ingots and Kindle vine stems. I could have brought Kindle vine stems. I had a ton of them. I've been recycling them into burnables. Oh! Okay, so we're going to bring back some Kindle vine stems so we can open up Production Terminal Xray.
This terminal won't give us new tech until we make some initial repairs to it, Breaker. If you don't recognize anything it seems to be asking for, you might have to come back later. Before you decide either way, though, you might as well scan those training terminals right next to Xray. They'll probably give you some good information on what to do here and how to do it.
Looking around, I see in this area I could gather Kindle vine and I could grow it and thresh it. Question is where I would get the power, because I don't think this is enough to put power on. It is! I could build just a really quick mini thingy here to grow those Kindle vine stems. Yeah, gonna do that. Okay, so we're gonna do local production of Kindle vine. I have not enough iron and copper on me to satisfy the requirements. Or do I? 290. Okay, I read the wrong thing. 290 is for Xray. Let's trim our jobs down. We are just looking at Production Terminal Xray. So I need to minimize the amount of use I make of copper and iron for the moment. No, I don't. Look here. I could do a really small miniature production area. Blink, blink. Perfect. So let's start. I can just toss in a little bit of power. Now I can get 2 of these in, which means I can get 5 hand crank generators. I'm going to put the generators in first, and then I will sneak the so this guy only does 150. At a minimum, I'm going to need 1 planter at 200 and 1 thresher think I need just one more. Okay, so I don't. Well, let's at least get the mining going. We know that's going to be. For now, I can fuel the miners based on the plant matter in this cavern. Which means I need to have 2 miners and 2 smelters. I'm going to need 1 planter and 1 thresher. Now, I think I may be able to just eat the entire cavern down to this level. If the iron gets down to here, and it does. If it didn't, I was going to have to put a floor in. Oh, and I've got a whole bunch of structure elements that I just picked up. No windows. You don't get to do an upgrade while I am recording some gaming. So this is going to be a proper mini base up here at Xray. How far over does the iron go? I can check. So let's see, iron. So the iron ends like right there. And right there. Okay, so this is all there is of the iron. So I'm going to put in iron miner right there. If we get a second one, if we want to do a second one, it can go there. If we want a third one, it could go there. So we could do a much larger mining outfit if we wanted. I don't think I want to. I'm going to hand feed these with fuel because I have a limited amount of fuel for now. We will route fuel later. And for now, I am going to be very circumspect about using my iron until I get this going, so maybe our first set of stuff is all going to be hand-fed. That actually makes sense. We are starting with a very small base. However, this is just enough so we can get the resources to unlock Victor, which is kind of modest. F1 and F2. Now, picking critical path still. I need the thresher and the planter. I need enough electricity for them to run. And I need enough iron and copper to gather those together. Now, how do we insert it into Xray? Maybe we do this all by hand. Clearly, the normal way of putting things into terminal Xray is to feed them in via the monorails. I don't see any places to put inserters. So either we build a monorail port or we put it in by hand. This is beginning to show what it's going to look like. I'm going to use the technique that I decided on from earlier about putting things above the power, but not far above the power. We do have these calcite platforms. I'm going to use those. That goes on F10.
Don't forget, Breaker. Those foundation pieces conduct electricity on their own. You can put generators and machines directly on them. No power floors required.
That works. Just need to connect from the belows to the aboves. I've actually got quite a few of these. I'm not going to waste them, but I do want to mess with them a little bit. I need something going up to a mezzanine level. Well, we have some stairs here somewhere. Yes, we do. Let's put those on F9. So if there's our stairs. Interesting that, there we go. So these stairs take up a 3x3 area and they go up 3 levels. And if we want to do a total of 5, we need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Now there are variants of this. And I don't think I've opened up the variants. Right, I can only place the parts I've gathered until I open up the science for it. So this is as far as my generators are going to go. And on this floor up here, we're going to need to have a grower and a thresher. Let's put the grower just like that. And I'm going to put the thresher. I offset that by 1, just because I like the idea of making it easier to work with. And we don't have any inserters, which means what I need to do very short term, start harvesting some. I need to actually get some iron harvesting here. I don't want to be building from the stock that I brought with me too much, or I'll find I can't build anymore. Let's make sure that I can do this. My first priority is going to be basically getting this set up to be automated. I'm going to invest 2 of these in moving ore, 2 of them in moving fuel, and a long guy for moving fuel in and a short guy. So we're going to have the standard layout. Too bad I can't. Oh, I actually can. It's F10. Oops, not F10. I put a box out there. I do want to do a little bit of automation here. So I put the box there, I won't be able to feed fuel in. If I put the box there, I will. So for instance, this is output. And now I just need to snake the fuel in over here. Okay, so I did do a little bit of forward looking with that. So we could do 2 belts. But in the process, I used up my yellows. So we need 1, 2, 3 more yellows total. So fuel in. And need 2 of those for ore. And that's a fuel in. I need 1 more inserter for the fuel coming out of the box. And I need some conveyors. And now we're going to put 1 stack of fuel in there. And that should be producing our iron ingots. Oh, did I do copper first? I did copper first. So what did we need here? We needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow inserters. I needed a box for fuel, a box for output. I needed a belt. For the fuel. And a stack of fuel. So we should now get some ingots. So now I can go ahead and spend ingots as I want, because I can turn fuel into ingots. I don't have a infinite amount of fuel here yet. But I should have enough fuel to get things underway. So I can finish automating my production line that gets me the Kindle Vine stems, which I was told early on made good fuel, but I never really used as fuel before. Need to carve all this out yet, but I figured I would carve it out some. Oh, and there's some atlantium. No doubt I will need large amounts of that. Not for this initial mini base, but soon. What do we need here? I need inserter in, inserter out. I need an inserter out, filter inserter out to feed this guy. An inserter in and two filter inserters. Let's start with the 2 filter inserters. And then we need 3 of those. Let's get our first Kindle Vine going. That. This is going to go to there. So we have this filter inserter, which is going to route the seeds out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 sets of seeds in here. And the stems are going to come out there and for now go into a box. This will go much faster if I can expand it, but I'm worried about power. guy takes 200. This guy takes 200. We need at least 3 crank generators to power it. And I can make those, I can bring us up to 5. With 5 down here, 5 by 150 is 750. 200, 200, I go 200. I could go 2 of the planters. And the next planter would just fit right there. So I don't actually have a planter. Let's add a planter to the end of my build list. I am going to need some more smelters, more inserters. I'll need inserter in and out of the planter, and those will just feed into the same thresher. That's fine. We have some belts still. Good. And what I'd like to do is put this on kind of a rotisserie. So, given that, we're going to go past it, we're going to pick it up, and I am going to have to bring it back this way, like that. So, our seeds are going to run around and around and around and around. Get 2 sets of seeds into the first planter. Now he's already processed the first 4. We already have 12 kindle vine. That's a start. That's 600 power. 600 power is enough to power the thing. But I queued up another one to be built, so let's put it in place. So why is this not producing any iron? Because I didn't put a inserter down here. Fucking idiot. I've got 250 ore ready to smelt, and I'm not smelting it. Getting copper. Gonna need a container to put just junk in. A couple containers, actually. Because I'm not going to need limestone and fuel in my inventory. I just put them in a box and I will deliver them by hand until we're ready to automate. So this little machine will turn out good stuff for us. Put another one in here. So I have run 8 seeds in. I'm going to put in 8 more seeds, and that should be enough for steady state operation. So now I can put my inserter in here. if I had an inserter. This should now be self-sustaining. I think after this goes through a few cycles, these seeds will spread out a bit on the loop. I could have designed this differently so that the... in fact, I'm going to set this up a little more carefully. That layout kind of sucked. What I really want is a belt coming down the middle. And I want my machines grabbing off of it like that. And he's going to be using in if I do it there, yeah, that'll work. So now you get seeds coming out there, and we're going to have these guys do their thing. And let's leave the belt not there for the moment because I want to get the appropriate amount of seeds in the system. These are kind of hanging off the edge. I think I know how to do this. I think I need some temporary floors to do this. So he's going to come in like that. Oops. Go and make it nice and compact. You get those. I'm going to put all of them in there. These are precious at the moment because I don't have many of them. He's going to have to come all the way out to there because that's where this is. There we go. The other thing I could have done would be to spread these by one and have a box in here so the box would contain seeds. You'd be dumping seeds into the box. These guys would be taking their seeds out of the box. It does make it a little bit wider. Is it worth it? Yes, I think it is. You can tell I haven't pre-thought this particular build in any way. So what if we do it that way? Let's start off with our seed box and put our seed box right there, which means these guys are going to go right there and right there. Oh, this also means that I can put the right number of seeds in the seed box and not worry about it. It does make it kind of wide. Yeah. No doubt I will be picking up more of these floor pieces soon. So I need one output going into the box. Okay, inputs coming from left and right. And output going forward. This really wants stuff on all four sides, doesn't it? If we do it this way... I like centering it like this. See how that works. So seeds. We need 8 seeds. If I put too many seeds in, that's not really a problem. So outputs come from here. Just like that. I do not need those floors. And there's our growing set of sticks. How many sticks is it going to turn out? These guys are each going to turn out 2 plants per minute, so 4 plants per minute total input. 4 input goes into here and gets us, come on, come on, come on. Watch pot never boils because I forgot to put the inserters out there. Trim off the floors that aren't absolutely necessary. We have to provide power to the machines and to the filter inserters. Regular inserters do not require power, and the belts do not require power. So this is now self-sustaining. And I only put 8. I needed 16 total. Actually, let's just put all of our... So what's our threshing rate? If our input was 10, then we would get 30. So we get 3 to 1. So 12. If this guy turns out 2, that's 4. So we're going to get 12 of the sticks per minute. That's 12 by 25 power. These take 20 by 10 power. So it's going to be 400, 800 power, 12 by 25 is 300. So this is not enough power to keep these guys running full bore. That's fine. I do want to have this automated properly. We're going to come in here. Like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the sticks that direction, and then I'm going to insert from a box that has a whole bunch of plant matter in it. So the plant matter will be a fallback fuel if the sticks run dry. But I don't want to do that until I've given the sticks to Xray. So for now, we're going to need to have some floor here to work with. What did I say my output here was trivial? So we're going to put a single inserter here. Oh. I'm going to need some belts for this. I need to bring the belt down and split between these two. I'm just going to take it right across like that. Don't start spending them yet. So how many ever sticks we get, stems we get, they're going to come down here and going to be split between copper and iron, and then each one of these is going to split 50-50 between its miner and its smelter. And if we are running short, that shortness will be split evenly across everybody, so everybody will just run a little slow if this isn't big enough capacity. 71. We need 90. We need 40. We're there. So now I can put down my inserter, and now we can fuel our lines from this stuff. I did want to put down I will put grass there, but I'm not going to hook it up. Limestone there. Grass there. We need to put those somewhere. And we picked up significant amounts of iron and copper already. So that's our first little trivial Xray. Trivial Xray base. Just enough to turn out some plant matter, because clearly spending 40 minutes building that base was much better time spent than running back to the other base and picking up a pile from a machine that had it. Right? Right. I'm going to call that a recording. And when we come back, I will service Xray, and we'll see where we go from there. Oh, I do need to do the scanning on those guys. I'll do that when I come back to service it. So until then, have fun.